Dude, I'm in the boonies right now. Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's going on, Solid Fingers?
No, I'm out here and way out here in the country. So
Yeah, I tried to
look,
call you last night. We agreed to a call, and I call, and you don't answer. You don't say nothing.
I no, I had the I was occupied, but I do apologize. I was preoccupied. Um, I made a call, but I have to go down there. They call and they wanted, the police report. I said, no, I need to more than just a police report.
So you did. So you did call them.
I called them, but it didn't go any further than that because I wanted to have to go down there. I wanted to talk to the same police officer I was check.
Okay. All right. Well, you're breaking up. So, but what time will you be out of the boonies?
I'm gonna be out here for at least another few hours.
All right. How about six
Can you
thirty?
hear me?
How about 6:30? Is that fine?
Probably not. But tell me right now. Well, I mean, what's going on?
No, I was calling, catch up with you. I mean, I didn't hear anything.
Well,
So
yeah, I said I was going to call talk to the police, but I've talked to the police, but it was no actual physical thing because I want to talk to the same police officer that I spoke with.
well, did they say anything about them refusing the call?
I got into a little bit, but I decided to go ahead and I want to talk to the Officer Green, one that I spoke to before.
Officer Green. Okay.
Officer Green is, that's one I want to talk to. So he's in the public safety building. So I'm going to have to call down there tomorrow because I spoke briefly, but he wasn't in. Rather than keep telling this, you get a bunch of police officers, and we don't know if any of those police officers are corrupt. Which ones are corrupt and which ones are legitimate.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Other than that, yeah. So, I mean, is there anything that you need to tell me that's pressing?
I mean, not really. I mean, they're still trying to find that woman. They have taken her picture off of your video and have been posting it in groups.
What do what?
The picture that they took a screen capture of your video of her with her, and they took her picture
Okay.
and they've been posting it in Richmond groups saying that her friends need to warn her about you. And apparently Henry is filing a report with Adult Protective Services on you due to that girl being a vulnerable adult.
Okay. Look, that bitch better back the fuck off.
Yeah.
That bitch better back the fuck off. I'm going to no. Okay. I'm
You broke up, George.
Give me a screen cap of that.
No, this is what they said earlier. This is what they said yesterday. It's gone now. That's why I tried to call you.
He's going to go to adult services, huh?
Yeah, he's going to an Adult Protective Services.
He's going to go to adult services. Well, he's going to put up his ass also. He's going to fucking put up his goddamn fucking ass. He better back the fuck off. He's going to wish the hell he had. Back the fuck off. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah,
right, dude.
They're like I said, they're trying their best to find that woman, get her name, get her family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything.
They're not going to get anywhere with that. Okay.
Okay.
They're not getting anywhere with that. Just like with the damn storage unit, they're not getting anywhere with that neither. All right, dude. Well, I'm getting upset now.
I think.
I'm getting upset.
I think because the guy gave them information, I think they're gonna keep trying to call him to try to turn him into a goon to get your shit out of there, to get it, to make sure that you default on it so they can put it up for auction so he doesn't have to deal with you anymore.
Well, that recording has been given to their corporate headquarters with Captain Corpulence talking about that. Captain Corpulent's bullshit that's been given to their corporate headquarters.
Wait, so you actually gave it to
to
him?
the bottom of this shit. What's that?
You actually sent it to him?
I told him I sent a link to corporate.
Wow. Okay. Did they say anything about it?
Not a word. But I'm going to have to get some. This is why we might need to get Merrick involved in this as well.
Yeah, because that guy is still denying it, isn't he? He's still denying it, correct?
Well, like I said, we might need to get Merrick involved in the situation because this might be the easiest cash I can get. Easiest cash flow that I might be able to get out of this shit. This is a slam dunk as far as I'm concerned.
Well, like I said, they're thinking about trying to get that guy on board because of the headache I guess you're causing him, and to make it easier if he works with the goons.
They're not going to find her, and they're not getting anywhere with that storage unit. They're not going to find her at all. Not going to find her at all. They're not going to find her not at all, and that's going to be a losing proposition on their part. And with the storage unit, another losing proposition. They're going to be shooting blanks. That's what they're doing. They're reaching, and they're trying to fit a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. They're trying to fit a few puzzle pieces that don't fit. Color the narrative the way they want, and the narrative is not the way they want. Further than the truth, further than the fucking truth of what reality is.
Yeah,
I do. I'm getting hot.
We need to figure this out because if they're going to send this guy and bring this guy, try to bring him over using, I guess they're trying to use the N-word audio that they got of you.
Even if they tried that,
I guess
that has nothing to do with anything.
I guess they're getting the calls, all the calls you made with Saunders, and cutting out every time you used a homosexual or homophobic thing.
What does that have to do with anything?
And they're going to send it to that manager to say that you're homo.
How would they know anything about his sexual preference? You're the one I told that story to.
They're getting. I'm trying to tell you everything that they're getting to use against you. They've already called you homophobic in the past. They've called you racist. They're trying to get the shit with Jamie. They're trying to get every negative thing about you to this guy to convince him to join him. That's what they're planning right now.
That has nothing. That's unethical. Even if it's unfucking ethical.
Yeah, it is. It is unethical. I agree with you.
He will lose, and he will lose his job if he fucking tries anything. He will lose his fucking job.
He'll lose more than that.
It's also illegal as well. Illegal as well to do any of that.
Yeah, I agree. He will lose more than that if he just goes off what they send him. That has nothing to do with you and is years old. That's bullshit. Number one, he'll lose his job. He'll put the company at risk. Like that's a threefold kind of thing.
All right, dude.
I personally think you need to confront him and record it. You need to have it on. You need to figure out a way to record him. And him telling you that he has the audio and he's refusing to give it to you. Because what I don't want to happen is you to do all this and then they go to question him. He goes, I don't know what audio he's talking about. He never called me. He never asked me about audio.
They record every conversation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want him to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Why would they get rid of it?
If they know that you're going to try to sue them to get this audio and giving out your personal information, they'll do anything they can to destroy the evidence to avoid a lawsuit and just say, well, I don't know what he's talking about. I've never done anything. You need to figure out a way to, even if you just keep your phone down, go inside there and ask him politely, hey, can I get that audio?
I've got a recording device app that I can use.
Huh?
I've got a recording device I could use.
Yeah, even if you're just recording it on video and you got your phone down so he doesn't get suspicious, record it. Hey, sir, I'm George Yared. Can I please get that recording of the audio of you of that woman that called to give you that that she said my information, and then just record his response. Like, I'm asking you again. I need that to prove that you gave my information to these people. And then when he refuses again, boom, you got it. Like, okay, thank you, sir. Goodbye. That way you have it recorded that he refused it. He acknowledged that he has it that we can use against them in court. So if they do destroy it, they've destroyed evidence.
But okay, yeah, and they can't touch my shit.
Exactly. They won't be able to touch your storage even if you don't pay it at all, because you're in litigation with them at that point. And now it looks like they're just trying to go out of their way to attack you personally. It looks like revenge. And that everything they do from that point is going to be combed through with a fine-tooth comb.
You sure that that's accurate? With that?
No, that's 100%. That is 100% with anything. If you went to the dentist and they record their calls, and let's say the trolls or a family member or somebody called and say, "Hey, I need to know how much George spent on this," and if they gave that information to this person and they're not on your paperwork, that they're liable, and that information got out, that fucking place is liable.
Yeah.
But the issue is you have to prove that already that they've already told you we have the call and we're not giving it to you. So that way, when you go to court and they ask for it and they start saying shit like, "Oh, we don't have that. I have no idea what he's talking about," you can say, "Nope, here's a recording that I made with you." Boom, where you acknowledged you had it and you acknowledged you wouldn't give it to me, and the judge is going to look at them like, "Yeah, where is it now? Did you guys destroy this evidence?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely that will work in your favor 100%.
How much do you think I could get out of that?
Divulge your information. You can probably get a few $1,000s out of that.
When you say a few, how much is a few?
I mean, it depends on the minimum and maximum for civil, but you maybe get maybe 5 G's and them covering your court costs and lawyer fees.
You think Merrick would jump on that?
I'd have to talk to him.
But Merrick is aware of it.
Yeah, he is aware of it. Yes. That's why he's the one that said, "Go to the police station and make you file a report that this happened, and then this recording will be another piece that we can use just in case they try to fuck you if we go forward with it."
Well, what I like to do is have a 3-way conversation with them, with you, you, me, and him on the phone.
Right.
Is that possible?
Eventually, it might be. Remember, George, he's still my attorney.
Huh?
So remember, he's still my attorney. He hasn't really agreed to.
Well, no, I understand that. I understand that. But if we're working upon this because there's some interest that you have from what they've done to you. So you have a little interest in this as well.
I do.
From them trying, doing this shit.
I do.
You.
And I also have a family I have to look out for as well,
Yeah, well, I understand.
I think once we hear back from the what's the name? What's it called? The insurance board. I think we'll be able to have that call then, because that way he can go over everything in detail with you, so you understand the next process, and then he can sort of fill you in without me being the fucking third person. He can fill you in directly on like the steps that you need to take.
Well, with the insurance board involved, they're going to cover it, correct? Or no?
This is a separate issue right now that they're looking at. So if they cover it, this could easily be tacked on to that, because it involves them, right?
Hold on a second. I've got a Hanover cop behind me here. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I said that if the insurance board approves this, it can easily be tacked on. The shit with the storage unit can easily be tacked on because it involves the trolls calling and getting your information.
Oh yeah.
But ultimately, it's the manager's fault for divulging it.
Yeah, well, he's partially to blame also.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and so yeah, if they approve it, this will easily be tacked on. But generally, for you to even have a consultation with him is like $2,500. So that's why we gotta wait. Because like I said, the last time I sent him something, he sent me a bill. He was like, "Here's the bill," before I even do it. That's just how he works. His time is fucking important. Oh wait,
well, that's why.
you remember that I told you about he was doing a case with the grandson suing the grandma? Well,
I don't remember that.
Well, I told you she sold his Lego set.
Oh, I think you vaguely told me that.
Yeah. That kid won. That kid won.
Okay.
That's his property. So
Great.
now we're waiting. He's waiting on judgment. How much he's going to get out of it? He's got to get everything appraised and for the value of what it was versus when she sold it. Yeah, I know he's been busy with that. So, but yeah, this shit with the storage, because the trolls called and because the manager gave the information, that could easily be tacked on.
All right. Well, let me deal with this. Lot going on here.
Okay, yeah. Do your thing. I'll call you later tonight, man. We'll talk about the Cowboys losing.
No, sir. The Cowboys will not be losing to the Niners. No. The Cowboys will beat the Niners. They're due for the Niners. The Niners are playing over their heads. And you saw what way we did to the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
We demolished the Patriots.
Belichick was kind of upset.
Yeah. Cowboys defense was happy. So there you go.
Yeah, but if you could get that recorded today or as soon as possible sometime, the better. Because what I don't want them getting a hold of that guy and trying to convince him to get rid of you. I don't, because I know they're planning on it.
Well, well, they record calls no matter what. So that call will be recorded too. All the calls are recorded. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they call again, that's recorded as well. So, all right. Let me. I got Watt calling me right now. Let me see what he wants.
All right, GG. Take care, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, let's go ahead to this call because I
can't even put my daughter to bed with you rushing me.
No, I'm not rushing you. I just have busy. I gotta be up at 4 a.m, so I'm not looking forward to that.
What's going on tomorrow?
I gotta go somewhere in Colonial Beach.
Oh shit! So
yeah,
I found out. Wait, what happened?
I got a busy day tomorrow. So anyway.
Oh, did you work like more than 8 hours for them?
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What's up?
All right, so I found out what their little plan is. I got a little birdie. Since I'm in the group, I just talk to them like I'm some random person named Randy. So I found out that they're doing something called Operation StayPuft. And
it was just fucked up name. Go ahead, whatever they.
So Operation StayPuft is they're essentially trying to destroy your life all at the same time. So it's a several pronged attack. They're trying to get you they're attacking your job, like we know that. They're trying to get you fired. They have a hacker trying to get into your DoorDash and stuff. And they're searching to see if you do any other type of delivery service to try to get that canceled. To somehow use hackery essentially to get you negative stars and negative ratings to get you fired from that.
They've tried that before, yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to do that at the same time. So we got the job they're trying to get rid of you, the delivery stuff. They're also trying to find that woman, like I told you, Henry. They've
And
ramped up that shit.
and that will go nowhere. Like I've told you a gazillion times, that will go absolutely nowhere. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're trying to find that woman to find the family to destroy your relationship with that.
That will go nowhere. That will go
Um,
absolutely fucking nowhere. I told you that
yeah.
a billion times.
They're really banking on this shit with Roger being nothing, being a wash, and they're thinking that nothing's going to happen with Tony. So they think that's going to be a good success.
Well, no, I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Well, you got something planned, or are you going down there? You say you talked to the state's attorney, right?
I wouldn't be too sure of that because it has merit on its own. Without me doing anything, it has merit. And I'm going to do something on top of it as well when I get the chance to get to the damn over there. I might have to take Monday off, but go ahead. All right.
You say because you were going to talk to the attorney, right?
I was going to talk to the Commonwealth attorney, but Roger still hasn't given me. See, Roger is afraid that if he gets me involved, that it'll go south. He hasn't said so, but I feel that's why he's not giving me information about who the Commonwealth attorney is. He thinks that if I get involved, I surmise this, that if I get involved in it or in capacity, that it will go nowhere. That's why he hasn't told them anything about me. That's why he doesn't have to tell me that. I already know that's what he thinks, because whenever time I bring up who's the Commonwealth attorney, he side talks.
So he doesn't really give you.
No, but that's okay because I'm going to go. I need to take Monday off. Actually, I got a lot of shit I got to do. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then this all leads to, so if they take your jobs, which is your transport job and your delivery jobs, they take away the woman that they think that you like. You see the case with Tony fall through. All of this leads to them. They've been gathering all the times you said the N-word, anything you said homophobic, anything you said about Jamie with women. I guess the pedo shit that they came up with. They're getting all that.
The what?
The pedophile shit, where they made it seem like you were saying like you want to have sex with little girls or something.
All right. Okay. Can you write an affidavit without I don't know. Are you able to write an affidavit?
An affidavit?
Or just write something out in form as saying that this is what these people are doing? I mean, to say that you're not using your identity, but you're saying
that's the thing. It won't have merit if I'm not using my real identity. So this guy, one of these trolls, could be telling me anything because I don't have access to the rooms that they're talking about this shit in. If I did, I'd be able to copy it all, and get names and whatnot. But I remember that Tony did talk about that on his show. Was it a show with you and Kevin where you guys were discussing that, and they made it seem like it was about little girls?
Yeah, that was whatever. When I was doing my imitation of Dr. Grigori's cigarette semen. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So they're getting all of that together to send out mainly to the storage guy to make a deal with him. So to get him on board with a nice payment from the inner circle to make sure that you default on your storage unit, so that they can quickly come in swiftly within the same time frame, get it all auctioned off and purchased by Henry Mitchell, so then the goons can come in, empty it.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's illegal. That's highly fucking illegal.
Oh, it is illegal. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, it's illegal.
The joke is highly illegal as well.
But it depends on if they get that manager. What I'm afraid of is he can get into the system and say, oh, even if you did pay, he could fudge around with it and like, no payment was entered. And change some shit around, and he could easily say, "Oh, we accidentally applied that to a different storage unit, so his went automatically into default." They have plausible deniability. That's what I'm afraid
Well,
of.
I'm going to be on the up and up. I'm going to have a recording device with me. I'm going to go in there sometime, probably Saturday when I'm off, with a recording device. And, yeah.
I did tell Merrick that you were agreeable to that suggestion, and he texted me back. He was like, "That's perfect. That's what he needs. He needs it on audio, and be serious with that guy about getting that from him, and get him saying that no, he's not going to give it, so that if they fucking delete it, which I think me and Merrick both believe they'll try to do that to cover their ass." We really think that they would try to delete that call from their system to say, oh, because when I explained the story to Merrick, he was like, it sounds like he did give that information if the people knew the exact amount. I was like, that's what I said. It sounded like he actually told this person, whoever the woman was, that this is how much he owed on it. And that is illegal.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about him fucking, deleting it, and I'm also worried about him going in, you paying it and him applying it to someone else's storage and saying that you defaulted.
Oh no, because he will print me a receipt when I'm in there. I'm not just going to, the next time I pay, I'm going to go right in there, and he's going to print out a fucking receipt.
And make sure it has your unit number on it and everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him doing no funny shit.
No, he ain't doing any funny shit. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night.
Yeah, but they're actively looking for, to get that, to try to bring the storage guy on board with a little sweet payments from Henry. But Henry has been restless about this woman.
Yeah. Well, again, he's going to end up with a nub in his face. He ain't going to get shit, and he's going to end up with a knob in his face. He's going to end up wishing the hell he never fucked with me. He's going to wish the hell he never fucked with me or even mentioned my name. He's climbing up a tree. He doesn't want to climb.
I hope he doesn't find out her. I hope he doesn't find her. That's what I hope. Because that's just dragging a whole.
And how is he going to even do that without a name?
The
he
picture
doesn't even have a fucking name.
They're trying to find out if she has friends, if she has social media. They're even talking about putting up flyers all around.
Okay.
They're talking about finding out what your route is. They're talking about
and how they're going to do that.
Well, because
how they're going to do that.
They know where you work, and they
right.
know eventually
but
you'll go there.
He's not going to give out that information out to anyone.
Right, exactly. What I'm saying is that they know where you work. They know you're going to stop by there sometime. You're eventually going to be seen, and they're going to try to follow you and get your route and get to places.
And what if I get out of the car with a sledgehammer?
Well, beat his ass. Beat him to death.
A sledgehammer. Tell him to come out of his car.
Well, if he's following you, fuck yeah. I mean, but yeah, that's what their plan. Their plan is to find a way to follow you and get your route and go to the places where you go to drop people off and pick them up from, and then that will give them a better idea of where and who. So
he has to follow. He has to follow me, and half the time I don't do the same route. Just to follow me, I don't do the same damn route that I always do. So yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I think eventually they're banking on you. You're gonna have to pick her up sometime.
Okay.
That's what they're banking on. You eventually.
Well, they can bank all they want, and they don't know. She already knows what's going on, and they have no idea what they're doing because I'm going to pick her up. They're going to have no fucking idea where I pick her up or whatever. And if they do find out where I pick her up, they go to the ends of the earth. they're not going to get anywhere with that neither, because she's going to tell them to fuck off.
I hope you're right.
If they tell them to fuck the hell off, I mean,
I hope you're right, because they plan on approaching her and saying what I'm not going to say it, but you know what they generally say about.
I've already
Jamie,
told her all that. I've told her all that. She knows the whole story from top to bottom.
Okay.
She knows about Jamie. She knows about Jamie, and they're not going to say anything. And they can say Jamie all they want. It's not going to. She's going to give them the finger and say fuck off.
They're trying to get her parents a dossier.
If I see them, then I'm going to come out there and I'm going to tell them personally to fuck off. I get out of the car and tell them personally to fuck off. What are they going to do then?
Well, I know they're trying to give her her or her family a dossier with the text message that Amy Sweet.
Padre, no offense, man. You're pissing me off right now. I know you're not meaning to, but you are pissing me off right now. And it doesn't hold a candle. That shit doesn't hold a fuck. You make it sound like it's the dossier to Hillary Clinton's emails or whatever. This is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous to listen to this shit. It holds no merit. It holds no fucking ground. It's a joke. I mean, I'm sorry, man. It angers. It's a joke. Anyway, I
don't know why that word made you mad.
Yeah, it pisses me off. It pisses me the fuck off. It's like the same shit they did to Hillary Clinton about trying to get her emails and they couldn't find shit.
Oh, with the Steele dossier. I see what you're saying. Okay.
They can take, they can go fuck themselves with a damn fucking vibrator or whatever. Fuck themselves with a fucking porcupine.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
that's what I think they're calling Operation.
They come up with a lot of cockamamie shit, and most of the time it doesn't hold any water. They come up with a lot of shit, and it doesn't hold any water, and it doesn't come to fruition. Most of the time, it doesn't come to fruition. Like the many times he said he met me somewhere at Buffalo Wild Wings and never did. I'm not talking about when they came down here. I'm talking about when that fucking Mitchell said he saw me at Buffalo Wild Wings. He never saw me anywhere. He was full of shit. He might have taken a picture of me about a mile away with that high lens camera. That's all he does. He's got some fucking lens camera he uses from far away to snap pictures. That's the kind of coward he is. That's the coward that he fucking is, and that's all he does. He doesn't have the balls or the stones to approach me. Never had the balls or stones to approach me. He does a lot of talking, and that's all he does.
Well, so he's essentially like a night crawler.
I don't give a damn what he is. You know what we do to night crawlers? We get a can of Raid and spray it.
Oh, damn.
Get a night crawler, get a can of Raid and spray it on the damn insect. Kill the damn insect. Yeah, Raid kills bugs and trolls dead. How about that?
All right, well, so I'm just letting you know the Operation StayPuft, that they said that's the long game that they're playing until I think December. Well, I know they're coming down for Tony's thing, but I think the next event is in December.
Well, so what if I testify in the court? What are they going to do then? They're going to start some shit there?
What do you mean testify in court?
What if they see me in the courtroom? What are they going to do? They're going to start some shit there in the Henrico court?
I don't think they would start some shit publicly like that. No.
Mm-hmm.
They might laugh at you and laugh under their breath and point at you, but I don't think they'll physically do anything.
What if I stand there and overtower that bitch? What is he going to do then?
Wait, who?
Stoker. What if I happen to be in there and I stand right in front of him and look and stare him down? What do you think he's going to do?
Probably laugh. Because he's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to be in the fucking court.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but then he'll know that he's barked up the wrong tree. When I stand right in front of him, he'll know that he's barked up the wrong fucking tree.
Not by you standing there. Now, if you smacked him or spit in his face, then maybe.
My presence would probably put the fear in God in him.
No, your presence will be a fucking Happy Meal for him.
No, my presence
in any capacity. If they see you in person,
seeing me in person would put the fear in God in him at the same time, where he would just look at me and stare at me.
I don't think you understand. You are the golden goose. If they saw you in person, they would cream themselves.
That's sad.
That wouldn't be it wouldn't be anger or fear from any of them. They want you in person.
That's sad.
They want to see the real GG so they can point and laugh and make you angry.
Yeah, point and laugh.
And they're probably going to record you too when they get out of court. As soon as you get out of court in public, they're going to start recording you as you walk to your van or your car. Yep.
Yeah, and I tell them, and I take the damn thing out of their hands right then and there. Then what?
You going to jail?
On.
That's assault. You're going to jail.
No, I'm not going to jail.
Because he's going to cry assault. He's going to cry assault, and you're going to jail if you do that outside the courthouse. You are
no.
Going to
I'm
jail.
I'm going to tell him put that thing down. I'm going to tell him to put the shit down.
You can't tell him.
And if he doesn't, I'm going to take it out of his fucking hand and say, "Now I told you."
Wait, so you just stole his private property in front of him?
I'll take it and I'll take. No, I'm not going to jail because
he's
been
told. You would
go
to jail for that. I'm warning you. You would go to jail for that.
He's been told to leave me the fuck alone.
If he's out in public and recording, you can't do nothing about that.
Take the damn thing and toss it.
So my advice would be don't stand over him or in front of him or let him know you're there, because you really would be giving them what they want.
What's that?
You in person.
Yeah. Is that what they really want?
That's what they want. They want you.
I
can
in tell you,
flesh.
That's what they really want, because I can tell you that's not what he's going to want after the fact.
Well, they wanted that at GoonCon, but you were preoccupied.
No, he's not going to want that in the after effect. He's not going to cream. He's going to piss. Not cream, but piss in his pants.
Piss from excitement. I'm telling you, GG. These guys are not normal. These are not normal people.
Yeah, well, we already know that.
You would be like, it would be like a paparazzi. It'd be like a movie star just walked and stood right in front of them. And they're going to take their cameras out and record. Abrams, Stoker, Melanie.
Well, they're not all going to be there.
There's going to be a few goons down here. Especially the ones, especially the ones that were in the hallway with Roger. I think all of them are going to be down here.
Yeah, if he knows what's good for him, he would move along. In the case, if he's being told to leave Roger alone, and there is an injunction against him, he would move along real fast.
He won't move along from you. That's Roger, not you.
Well, he will move along, because then he'll be implicating himself into another problem.
Well, he would have to commit a crime, and he hasn't done that yet, until you know.
Well, he commits the crime when he records me, and I tell him to put the damn phone down.
Well, what crime is that?
When you record somebody and they tell you to put the phone down, then you put the phone down, because you committed a crime in recording them against their will.
That's not a crime in public, GG.
No, I don't give a fuck what it is. He's not doing that. He's not going to be doing that.
GG said, "I don't give a fuck."
Because I'll knock his ass out on the ground. I'll really knock his ass out on the ground if he tries to do some shit with me with that.
And you're going away in cuffs, man. You would be that he would let you punch him just so you can go away in cuffs. And he would put a restraining order on you.
He won't let me to do shit.
He would let you punch him just to watch and record you get led away in cuffs.
Yeah, no, he would be fucking on the ground like a fucking hefty bag going in the garbage can. He'd be dropped on me like the garbage can, not knowing who the fuck he was.
You didn't see his hands, GG? You know he got hands.
Dude, I'm gonna close the phone in your face, man, because I'm not listening to this shit.
Why are you getting mad at me?
I'm not listening to this shit because it's horse shit.
It's not horseshit. I'm trying to warn you not to do that.
Okay, but I'm not listening to you building some fucking low life up or building some fucking tough shit up that is afraid of its own goddamn shadow and was handled by a 175-pound person.
I'm not building him up. I'm just telling you what I saw in the video.
He was handled by Roger Kohler, so that need not say more.
Well, Roger has retard strength, so it's a lot
harder.
harder.
Well, imagine what would happen if he was fucking with me. If he was fucking with me, he'd be put in a coma, and I'm not talking peri-como. I'm talking about a fucking coma, a coma.
I don't think he would try to fight you. I think he would just try to record you. That's that. Okay, I honestly think I don't think he would fight you. I honestly don't think he would actually physically try to fight you. I think he would only try to record you.
If he saw me, he would get a reality check. If he saw me, he would get a fucking reality check of what mountain he's about ready to climb.
Well, what I'm saying is, you guys would be outside the courthouse, so he wouldn't try to fight you. Now, if it was at the grave or on the street, he'd probably try to fight you. Yeah.
Yeah, and he would be permanently fucking he would be in a coma. He would be probably in a permanent coma, drinking out of a straw.
Don't do that, GG. You can't. Listen, okay.
Don't do what? Don't do what? What do you tell me? Don't do what? Don't do what?
Don't try to put him in a coma. He's a fucking You're going to jail. You're going to jail, bro.
He's a fucking wuss.
He's a wuss. He came down here. He's not a wuss.
I don't give a damn what he came. He came down here with how many people with him? He's a puss. A wuss and a puss.
So you're saying you were afraid of Tony, the gay guy, and Dan
I'm
Abrams
not afraid of any of them. Okay, dude, good night. Have a good night, man.
Whoa,
Have a good night.
Why are you going to get mad at me? Why are you getting mad? Yeah, you fucking... Let me call him back.
Dude, I'm not listening to this shit.
Why are you being disrespectful and hanging up in my face, man?
Dude, I don't want to hear this shit. I heard what you need. I heard what the crux of the thing was, but I don't need to hear like counterpunch of what you think is going to happen. We know what's going to happen. I don't need an analogy of what you think is going to happen. All we need to know is what they're planning on doing, and that's that.
Number one, I didn't make an analogy. Number two, I was telling you what you shouldn't do.
Okay, well that's
if you can't handle that, then say that. But don't say I'm making an analogy when I wasn't.
Okay, dude, I am tired. I've had a long day, and I don't want to hear this shit. I just wanted to hear the pertinent facts of what they were trying to do. I really didn't even want to hear that, but that's fine.
Holy shit, I'm feeling used here. It's like you only want to talk.
Dude, no. I'm not. No. I am just so over this shit. I've been we're going into a new fucking year, 24, and we're still talking. I'm still talking about them. Tired of this shit. I'm tired of dealing with this, and it seems like it's like
they have another operation going. Like, do you not want to know? Like, I have a question. Do you want me to tell you what they're doing or not, or do you want to just be surprised? That's fine,
but I don't need to hear the extra commentating from commentating from Howard Cosell, and he's going to do this. I don't need to hear the extra analogy or what you think, or oh man, he's really going to get knocked out now. I don't need to know.
Wait, it's okay for you to do that, but I can't?
Dude, I don't want to hear it. I just need to know what they're doing. We need to know what they're doing, or what they're going to try. That's the key word: try to do, which is laughable. It's laughable. It's a joke.
All right,
that's all we need.
It's just you treat me kind of weird sometimes. And
well, no, dude. But it's like you go overboard.
I didn't even go overboard. I just said don't try to do that because you're gonna go to jail.
Right. But I don't care about what you think he can do. Because what you think he has hands, I don't. Well, of course, everybody. You got hands. I got hands. We all got hands.
Yeah, what does that make you upset?
I don't want to hear the shit about what you think he's going to do, because he ain't going to do shit.
I didn't say he was going to do anything to you. That never came out of my mouth that he was going to do
All right,
anything to you.
dude. That's what we talk about this, and then there's a point of where I get a little aggravated. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. They're
you
going to
seem to
try.
get like aggravated real quick. Like I didn't say
They're going to
anything.
try to do something. They're going to try to do something, and it's going to fall again on death. Look, I really. So, what about the thing with Ricky Morton? That was all talk, right?
No, they're still doing that too.
They're still doing it, or have they tried it?
No, they're still doing it. They're still calling. They're still leaving messages. They're still doing all that.
They're telling him, calling him, and saying, "I'm this, that, and the other."
Pretty much. I thought you'd been called and handle that. I that's why I didn't even bring it up again. So
he's been hanging the phone up on them.
I don't know if he's been answering or not. I just know that they've been calling, ordering stuff to his house. So yeah.
All right. I haven't said anything to him. I told him that they are what they are, and now I need. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be fucked up for me to have to send him another email.
I mean, if you want your interview with Jim Cornette to go off without a hitch, then I would get on that.
I bet you they haven't done shit. I bet you this is all device to try to get me riled up.
Okay.
They haven't done shit, I don't think, because I would have heard something.
Okay.
What you think?
I have no idea.
They say shit that never comes to fruition. They say and do things that never come to fruition because they can't do it. They can't fucking do it. Okay? Because they're liars. They're trying to get a reaction from me.
Oh shit! That's the main thing. Remember I said they were trying to get that picture off the video that you made with that girl? They're trying to do that. They're trying to do that shit that Tony wanted to do, but I guess you called and got that kiboshed. They're trying to get a billboard and put like her picture up and put "Have you seen me?" and do a call, like a number on there.
Okay. Well, I'll call Lanier tomorrow.
Okay. I remember that's what the main thing about that was they were going to try to get billboards up with her face on it.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to allow that. Not going to allow that.
They were going to lie and say that it was a missing person. So.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. That's. I know that's got to be a crime to do that when someone's not missing.
Probably is a crime.
That is a crime. This really gets me fired up, man. It really does. I understand you're the messenger, but it gets me fired up to listen to this shit. It really does. I haven't heard a word from Anonymous for the past week because I haven't responded to him. So he stopped sending messages.
That's who you need, because if you want to find out about that fucking manager, you need to stick Anonymous on his ass to find out if he is working with the fucking trolls or anything like that. That's because if he knows all the hacking shit, that should be the person that you can give him the manager's information. That's the person you need to get in contact with.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't responded to me in the past week because I've been the last response he sent to me. I've ignored it because it's getting stress me out.
Well, what did he say?
This has been over a week.
Yeah, but
911. Your associate Ricky Morning is having people deliver queers but I mean, this is ridiculous. Trolls and queers are harassing him at his house this weekend. danger, danger. I mean, it sounds, it almost sounds ridiculous.
Unfortunately, it was true.
It's ridiculous.
No, it is that's true as well. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to find out if that guy,
I didn't respond back to him. So then he stopped responding. He stops. It's been a whole week. So I mean, it's just when I'm in the middle of something and then that gets dropped on me, like I really need to. It's yeah.
yeah, well, like I said, that may be the best, so you can get to see if what that guy is up to. If he's talking to Henry, Anonymous may be able to get the information since he's good with the the computers and whatnot. So that's an asset, actually.
Yeah, but but even with him, I get tired of. I mean, I want to know what's going on, but I get tired of like when I'm in the middle of something and then it's like something that really is not, a major situation, and then they drop it on me.
Well, if it's an email, I mean, you can respond it to you when you can. You don't have to drop what you're doing.
I mean, it's kind of out there. It's just really crazy. I don't want to bother this man anymore. So if I have to send him another message saying, "Look, please," I mean, he's gonna think I'm crazy.
I would send it. Like I said, that guy he would be an asset in this situation, especially with the manager.
So I'm talking about Mr. Morton. If I was to send Ricky another message saying, "Look, I just want you to understand that whatever I believe that they're bothering you or trying to do something." I mean, it's going to make me sound crazy to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a rock and a hard place because I know you want to keep doing interviews, so.
No, but I mean, don't you think he would surmise it up to know what they're doing? I mean, obviously,
he might think it's random. I don't know because I don't know all of everything that they did. I know they were sending gay people, they were sending trans, they were talking about ordering food, and trying to get a hold of the woman that he owes child support to.
Again, don't stop repeating that about her. That's not going to happen. And then if it does happen,
about who?
Best believe I'll be on top of it.
About who? What are you talking about?
They're trying to find the woman. They're not going to find her.
No, not your woman. The
I'm
woman.
on top of it.
No, Ricky. Ricky is behind on child support, so they're trying to find the woman that he had a kid with to interview her, or to talk to her to say he's taking money for doing interviews, and since he owes money, they should go to the state, or she should go to the police or something. But yeah, they're still trying to get your girl too. So I mean, yeah,
well, that's not going to happen. Okay, I don't want to hear that. That is not going to happen. Period. Not going to happen. Not going to happen at all.
All right.
Period.
Well, I hope not. So. I mean, Henry's your fucking arch nemesis. So.
Yeah, he's gonna. He might wake up one morning and find out that he should have all those push-ups didn't save him. All those push-ups and all his butt pals could save his ass.
I have faith in you. But yeah, as far as the Ricky thing goes, that is I know you're in a rock and a hard place with that. Like I'm not even. You're definitely in a rock and a hard place with that dude. So.
I mean, what should I do? Say, hey, Ricky, I'm having. I mean, these people are making threats about bothering you, and I don't want that to happen. I mean, what am I supposed to tell them?
I mean, that sounds good. These people are making threats about bothering you. You get any calls or anything, it's because of these stalkers and harassers that I have.
Yeah, but that sounds it sounds illusion. Like it sounds crazy. It makes me sound crazy.
I mean, but you said you already told him about them, so.
Well, I did. I've done it twice.
Well, so it shouldn't be an issue then. It should be good.
I don't know what they're going to do.
But these people,
I don't know what they are planning on doing exactly. You know.
yeah, I don't know what like there's the way they're doing this assault. I don't know. Like I said, this is their Operation StayPuff, so I don't. It's like 4 or 5
Operation
different
what?
things.
Operation what? Who comes up with these names?
Operation StayPuff. You know Staypuff, the Marshmallow Man.
No, I've never heard such shit. Who comes up with this
You ever seen fuck what's that fucking movie? Damn.
I'm saying who comes up with these
Ghostbusters.
names?
You ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
He's the big fat marshmallow.
Yeah, who comes up with these names?
Well, I think that one was Henry Mitchell talking about you. That you were the staple.
Yeah. You know, I'm not amused. Right?
Shit.
I'm not amused in the least bit. You know that, right? Yeah. Like I said, he might be putting himself into something that's going to put him in a fucking precarious situation. He's going to be entangled in some some wiring in a precarious situation where he's going to wish the hell he never fucked with me. Wish the hell he never fucked with me in any which way or uttered my name. The man needs to move along.
Well, you weren't the only one to ask about that fucking thing. Why he named it? He said he's gonna blast you and make sure all the jelly juice comes out of you when he's done with you.
Be careful what you wish for because you might just fucking get it, and that's what he needs to know. He better be careful what he wishes for because he might get it and more of what he doesn't want. Okay?
Yeah, with
and
threats
on that
like
note,
that, I mean, like when you with threats like that, not from you, but from him, it would lead credence to you responding in a violent way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would absolutely lead credence to that.
Yeah. Well, he's been emailing me as well.
Lou Henry?
Oh yeah. And about the adult, I just ignored that. I'm trying not to even look. I glanced at it about adult productive. I glanced at it and I looked at it and I just dismissed it.
Yeah, he's planning on doing the adult protective services.
Yeah. Well, he might.
Which is
He might
fucking
be
crazy because.
Yeah. Does Merrick know all this?
Yes, he does.
Merrick knows everything
Whoa,
of what they're
whoa,
doing.
whoa, whoa, hold on. He doesn't know. He knows about what we've talked about earlier, but this Operation StayPuft shit is new, and I haven't had time to talk to him about that.
Okay.
Yeah, the last communication I had with him was about you agreeing to record the manager, and he was like, "That's the best thing to do to make sure he doesn't delete that shit or lie and say that he didn't tell you that." So.
Trying to figure the best way to do this. Put the phone in my pocket and
not even that, GG. You can just put it like you're recording a video, but when you go in, just put the phone down. Like you don't have to face anything or point it anywhere. Just long as it's out and it's like where you're talking and he's talking, you can put it on the counter and just talk normally, and he wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I have to do that.
Because I think that's fucking bullshit to even, because I'd be pissed if someone gave up my information like that, especially like a fucking business. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Or a pocket recorder.
Nah, it's just easier to do with the phone and the video because it gets all of it. He's not gonna know you're recording. You just go in there like, hold the phone in your hand and be like, so and I just act normal.
I could put the phone in my lapel, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't want to keep you up. I wanted to just give you that information. I'm gonna let Merrick know about this operation, and then yeah.
How about Operation Bust to Face?
That'd be a good operation, I think.
Operation Bust your face wide open with your teeth down your throat. I think
that one's coming, GG.
No.
But like I said, I don't want to keep you. I probably won't speak to you till like Friday, Saturday. So I know you've been super, super busy, and I want you to take care of what you got to take care of.
Yeah, well, it's a lot going on. So.
All right. Well, like I said, I'll talk to you Friday night, Saturday, sometime then.
Are they going to do another podcast?
I believe they are. Yep.
What more could they possibly talk about that they already haven't?
They're just slowly introducing new people, and they're going through all your old stuff again. They're gonna keep doing it, listening to more the Saunders calls, and they're gonna keep doing that shit.
Yeah. So there's no more calls from Spencer.
Not that I can see. No.
So he did knock down a lot of those. He did intercept most of those calls then.
Mm-hmm.
He intercepted most of those fucking calls.
Yeah, because I think he even said that was the last one.
No, but I'm saying Anonymous intercepted most of those calls, destroyed the file.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, you told me that. That's right. You did tell me that.
So it was only a handful of calls. That's all it was.
Yeah, I thought
were they talking about that?
More.
Huh?
No, they were introducing new communities to information about you last time.
Yeah, were they talking about the other calls being intercepted?
No, they've never once said anything about that.
Oh, they didn't.
No, they've never once said anything about.
They originally said that there were more calls, but they couldn't get all the calls.
Are you talking about when I was there? Like, again, I didn't even know she was a fucking troll. So.
Well, you heard about her,
right? I only heard about Phyllis and Spencer, or Phyllis or whatever the fuck her name is, when you and Saunders talked about it on call.
Right, but I'm saying when she recorded those calls and handed those calls to them, most of them got intercepted.
Yeah, I didn't know that until you told me that.
Did they talk about most of those calls being intercepted?
No, they've never talked about that.
Interesting.
Or at least publicly. Like I said, they've never mentioned that publicly because a lot of us didn't even know that she was a troll.
Well, no,
It's pretty
Casey
shocking,
was
actually.
Well, Casey was the one that was telling me that she was a troll, but Casey showed his ass as well. So.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Well, well, I mean, well, I don't know what. Why do they have so much against him?
I don't know. Anybody in your orbit they got something against?
Yeah, but why fuck him? I mean, I'm just saying. You said fuck him. I mean, you don't know much about the guy.
Well, I said fuck him because when you needed help, he told you to go get some fucking bottles. And that was supposed to be your friend. That's why I fucking hate him.
Wait, bottles?
Didn't he tell you to go around and pick up fucking cans or some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why I
No,
said
no, but
fuck him.
I didn't realize you knew where I told you that.
Yeah, you told me that. That's why I was like, fuck that guy. That's why I don't like him or Kevin. And Watt's the only one I do like because he actually fucking helped. He really doesn't
You don't
even
like
have the means to help, and he helped you.
you don't like Kevin?
No, Kevin's a fucking rich guy. He's got thousands of dollars in the bank, and he would rather have you, no vehicle, no money in a parking lot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Kevin.
All
Yeah,
right, here come the
I'm.
excuses. Here come the excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses for him. Kevin is from a. Kevin is. There are aspects of Kevin that I like, and there are aspects of him that I don't like. Does that make any sense?
I mean, I guess. I mean, he was eating the juicy ass steak while you was in a fucking car homeless, bro. That's just,
Well,
that's not friendship to me.
I don't want to. I
I
give Kevin
guarantee
a
you,
pass
if it was
because
Mary Elizabeth that was in your situation, he'd have her nice and sheltered
yeah,
with a warm
yeah,
meal every night.
yeah. Listen to me. Kevin, I give him a pass because he's been working with me on the show for 25 years. Going, so I give him a pass because he's earned, he's helped. I mean, he's part of the Gorgeous George show.
Yeah, he gave you a pass too. He passed to help your ass when you needed him, and he just kept and did his
Well,
own
I
thing.
look, dude, he, I can't deny that, but I'm not going to crucify him. I just know that Kevin will always be a fixture when it comes to the show.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, and I'm not going to say that either because I know, yeah, I was in a bad situation, and only two people came through for me: my minister friend and one. So, and I really need that's one I need to pay back my friend, minister friend, because he without him I would have been fucked. Yeah. No, I know all of this, man. I know all of this, but I can't. I don't know. I can't sit here and condemn Kevin. Kevin has been a great part of what I do. So it's kind of like with where you have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kevin was me and Kevin. I mean, we're at the Gorgeous George show. He was a good part of it. Could I do it without him? Yeah, I could have. But for me to have the enjoyment to do it as long as it did, and have someone I can bounce things off. So he's part of the legacy of what he's entwined with what I do. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I mean, the Gorgeous George show is not real life, George.
But it's part of what it's a project. It's a project that I took pride in. It's a project that I had and did out of enjoyment. And Kevin was a main fixture of what I was doing. So I guess it's hard for me to you get what I'm saying. I cannot I can't speak ill of Kevin because even though Kevin's done some fucked up things, Kevin has been there as part of the show.
Yeah, for the show, but
You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but not for you when you're,
Yeah, but
homeless. But
uh,
I mean, he was there
no,
for the
I
show.
mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't refute. I can't argue that, and I don't like to talk about it because it upsets me. But yeah, I can't deny what you're saying. Everybody's got good and bad within them. Everybody has good parts. Everybody's got bad parts. Kevin is from the old school. Dust yourself off. Grab yourself by your bootstrings, and take charge of your life. Me, I'm a softie. When there are people that need things, and I would try to go in something I was taken advantage of. When I actually had money, had all that fucking money, I was taken advantage of left and right because I had a good heart. So you kind of play it by both ends, being on both sides of the spectrum and both sides of the fence. So you kind of see, basically what it is basically. So you kind of see both ends.
Yeah. Point.
I'm not going to condemn Kevin, because Kevin, you understand what I'm saying? It's hard for me to say. I can't refute what you're saying.
You're not condemning someone; you're holding them accountable. That's different.
No. I know, but Kevin's a good guy. He really is.
Okay.
Not maybe not in the way that I would, because we definitely have some fundamental differences. We definitely have fundamental differences. But you know what I'm saying? And he was, but he brings out a lot of truth flow within saying, be damned those bitches. Be damned what they think. Continue doing what you're doing and be damned them. And he's right on the money on that. So. You still there?
I'm listening to you, GG. I just don't have the same.
You have, let's say you've been doing something for 20 some years, and you have a bud, and you and all been doing something for 20 some years, and then you fell into some hard times, but then you all had a fundamental difference upon how that person was.
Friendship is different than business. Friendship is different than a hobby. Kevin is not your friend. He is the guy you do a show with. Period.
Well, Kevin has seen me through a lot of shit, though.
He's watched you go through a lot of shit. he ain't suffering with you. Like I said, he's eating steak.
And you're right. I would not be so naive to not agree with you. I do agree with you. He's not been as well. Case in point, when that thing went down with that kid, and he's taking that towel, and Kevin took out because he didn't want confrontation, but it left me, dealing with the shit going on there. It's a situation where he even said that if he was, but he's not going to fight anybody. Well, I'm not asking him to fight anybody. He's not. He's going to leave or take off. Yes, he is about his own self-preservation. He's not going to. He's in it for himself. I get that, but in retrospect, he is very much supportive and respects me for giving him. Well, I don't know if the word is giving him people getting him notice. You got notice for the wrong reasons, the good reasons, and the wrong reasons. But for me, helping him get himself known, I guess, or giving him a foundation of who he is, or who he was. So yeah, business and professional. We could say business, but there's been times where, he's come to my parties. He's come to my birthday parties. Now, the last one, him and Vince were the only two. So I cannot diminish that, and I'm not going to diminish the fact that he has not been a vocal point of working with me on camera and how we do things, the ebb and flow, and how we, work the things out. But I guess when it comes to money, yeah, Virtually no one. Crickets. So I get it, but it's what it is. I give him a pass because of what because of what we've done, of the show that we've created. Now, am I happy with everything he's done and how he's reacted? No, I'm not. And I'm not happy where he's let his page wide open and said some shit. I'm not happy on some of that shit. And I've let him know that. Let him know that. So he might get a pass on a few things, but he doesn't get a pass on everything. But at the end of the day, he is part of what I do, whether part of the show. And if I ever decide to hang it up, then I don't know. He might, we'll be in talkative mode, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see him hardly at all. We're not like, like the Three Musketeers or whatever. When I see him, it's when we're doing a gathering or when we're doing a karaoke party or when we're doing something and we're talking on the phone and, like with the Ricky Morton thing, he was a part of it. He kind of messed that up a little bit with that background, when he was trying to pod in the damn thing on Skype. I mean, I told him, turn it down. I mean, his intentions were good, but, it has that, flubbery, so to speak, the flubbery that kind of, I didn't want. I wanted professional and pristine. But, Kevin's intentions are good, but I don't agree with his thinking on a lot of things. Does that make any sense? I can't say any more clearer than that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sometimes I question his loyalty. Sometimes I question his reasoning for what he does. And I've gone off on him too. I've gone off on him on several occasions. But in the end of the day, when we're on camera, I give him a pass like nothing's happened, because he has helped me tremendously in being the straight man on the show, or you know what I'm saying, being the one that, well, he's not. He's just just as foolish as I am, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, with Conan O'Brien and Andy Richter, Johnny Carson, Ed McMahon, so on. David Letterman, Paul Schaefer. You get what I'm saying? I don't, it's like, it has been a business, but it's also been a fun ride. I mean, we actually have enjoyed, both of us have enjoyed doing something to that effect. And why Kevin has branched out on other things, kudos to Kevin for doing that, because Kevin likes to be, well, I guess you could say he's attention whore. I will say he's attention whore. He likes to be on camera. He likes the spotlight. Nothing wrong with that. I don't condemn him for doing other shows or, doing the dull Mary Elizabeth, and then, they're in the park, and birds are chirping and he's doing all the talking and Mary Elizabeth is just looking. I mean, that's, he likes to be the focal point. And again, that's what we have in common. We both have theatrical background. He does a bunch of theatrical stuff. I've done some acting in school. I like bravado. I like to do characters and voice imitate. So we have something in common. It's the preface of why we do the show. And been doing the show as long as we have.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, like I said, I won't hold it against you.
Well, no, but I mean, you kind of get what so it's not his. Have you ever heard of the fact that not everything is black and white? It's also gray. I mean, yeah. and I'm guilty of this myself, of saying that, black and white, and then, it's either this, that, and the other. You're either this way or that way, and nothing in between. There's also gray matter as well, where an individual might be bad or have some bad traits, but they also have some good within them. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's things that people are not always going to do what you do. Like how you reacted to something might be different upon how someone else reacts to something. Kevin is not confrontational. Okay, so he's not going to be confrontational to people. He doesn't. I wish he would say more against these bitches, but he does not want to say any more pertaining to these bitches. And I have gotten to a point where I've already said everything that I needed to say. I don't need to say any more about these bitches and give them the spotlight because the show is not about them. And that's what they want. They want the attention, good, bad, or indifferent. So when we talk about them, that's what they crave. They want me angry. They want to see a reaction, and they want to see me getting angry. That's what they feed off of. And I'm not going to feed them anymore. I refuse to. But in retrospect, they get off by saying whatever they want to say and causing all this conflict, all this chaos, where I'm trying to keep my word to people that I'm not going to react to it. I'm not going to give them any more ragers. Not refuse to do it. But you see how hard it is for me to just not say anything? And they want me to come out and respond. Most of what they do and say is to get a reaction.
And with you not coming out doesn't mean you're not giving them. They think they won. They believe that they are. This is what they believe, that they are truly your superiors and that they run your life.
I don't give a goddamn what they think. No, listen to me. Listen to me. You see, they're playing both sides. You know damn well what I'm saying is true. They beat their meat when I do a rager. Am I wrong or am I right?
George, they beat your meat anytime you post a video. You could be talking calmly into the camera about a nice spring day. They're going to have the same reaction.
They beat their meat, especially when I talk about them. They love to be in the spotlight, to have attention, and when I call them names, they love that. They love to be talked about. They love to have me divert my attention to them. You see what I'm saying? So the way I see it is I'm not feeding them anymore. I'm not going to feed them. But in retrospect, you're right, because then they can think what you get what I'm saying. Then they think oh well, we shut them up. We shut them up.
They control the narrative at that point.
They don't control a goddamn thing because they're not on the same channel. I have my channel, and
right.
they can
they
try to
have
control
more
it.
viewers. They have more subscribers. They talk to more people.
Don't
they can
care
get the word. It's an info war. It's a literal yard war. If they can get more people to reach to convince them that you're this thing, it's going to be harder for you to get out of that.
I don't care what they think. I'm not a public figure. We're going to argue about that. I'm not a public figure for them to. I'm not a public figure. I'm not a public figure for them to banter. Well, I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder, did he eat a bowl of cereal this morning? I wonder, did he go ahead and masturbate? I wonder if he took a shower this morning. I wonder if he shaved. Oh, look, he didn't shave. Like, really and truly, that's what and that is that obsession.
Oh, shit. Sexy Red posted her nudes by mistake.
Huh?
Sexy Red, the rapper, he posted her own sex tape by mistake. That's crazy.
I don't know who that is, but anyway.
You ever had that before? You had that ghetto pussy before, GG?
Never had that. Have you?
Ghetto black pussy? Nah, I never had that.
Never had that?
No.
What is your nationality, by the way? I've never asked you that.
I'm a Caucasian male, sir.
Well, I hear you say that, but what are you? Are you Greek, Italian? What are you?
Greek.
I don't know. I don't know. Indian? What are you?
I'm Irish and Paki.
Pakistan.
Irish and Paki, yeah.
Pakistan. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a little Arab in you.
Yeah. Little
you got a little Arab. So do I. I got a little Arab in me also. So there you go. We actually share something in common.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lebanese. You're Pakistani.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay. Well, then you know all that, and then you know Nozad is Pakistani. Well, yeah, no. Was he Captain? I don't know. I think he's either. I think he's both mixed, Afghanistan and Pakistan. Kadir.
Oh wow.
Azad. Yeah.
Oh nice.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't. Because you. I'm not trying to be funny. You sound like you're African American. That's what I'm saying. You sound like you're African American.
Oh,
so
I sound like a nigga.
Listen, dude. You said that. Okay. I didn't say that.
But you wanted to say it.
You sound like you're African American, which is like like the T-Mobile guy that comes on. This is T-Mobile.
Well, here's the thing, GG. Here's the thing. So you said I'm Uncle Tom, huh?
I didn't say. Okay, you have a way of twisting things up.
Well, listen. When Marty found me on the streets, I was hanging around some hoodlums. All right, some of the brothers.
Okay.
And he taught me a better path in life.
Oh, did he?
Yes. Paid for my college education.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, he didn't. This was years ago. I knew his uncle.
How old are you anyway?
66.
Bullshit.
66 years young, GG.
Oh, get out of Dodge, man. You're not that old.
No, I'm 48.
Really?
I'm 48, GG.
Okay, well you're close to my age. Okay.
48. I remember.
And how old is Holmgren?
Huh?
How old is Holmgren?
Oh, he's about 49.
Okay. So how did you run across this guy? You make this a joke? No, seriously. I asked you a question. How did you run into this guy?
I'm just fine. He didn't meet me when I was a kid, GG.
Well, yeah, because he would have been the same age as you were.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that, GG. You got a smooth brain there.
Well, no, it doesn't. I mean, how did you fall into this?
That was an opportunity for good money. Because it didn't really start off with like trolling you or anything. It was
I'm saying, how did you fall? How did you encounter him?
Through the real estate. Real estate. Real estate.
What is he? Real estate. What is he doing in real estate? I mean, what is he
doing? Buying property.
Okay, so he bought property here locally.
No, nothing locally. No, I moved to Richmond. I'm not from Richmond.
So where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
Okay, so you met him in Florida.
Yeah, Miami.
So what brought you here?
Because I was trolling you.
Oh, get out of it! Get it! Let's don't believe that shit. Come on, seriously.
No, seriously. That's why I moved here. Yeah.
You came to Richmond to fuck with me.
Yes.
Get out of here. Seriously.
No, I'm serious.
Seriously, come on.
I have my license for real estate in Florida and in Richmond. My wife is Cuban, and she got tired of fucking the weather in Florida, so we came to Richmond. And that's when I was presented with the opportunity to make more money. And I became a fucking, soldier for Henry Mitchell. Fucking psychopath that he is.
That's insane that you came here because of me. That's really fucked up.
I'm not the only one. There's a few others, too.
That came because of me.
Yep. I mean, when you're getting paid fucking $6,000 a week, GG, that's good money. That's a good living.
But it's also fucked up.
And well, morals are morals. There are women that sleep with, on the street, and there's women that sleep with men for fucking $50 a pop. So, Namaste, Mumakusa.
Yeah, man.
They got deep pockets. That's why I'm worried about him paying
off
the storage manager.
I understand all of that.
That's why I'm worried about
moral
him.
Compass.
Well, I didn't have one. I had a family to feed, GG.
Right, but a moral compass is something that's ingrained within you and your
Well, I
upbringing.
eventually did find my moral compass because I found it to be wrong. I didn't think you did anything to that woman, so I stopped.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least.
I don't think like fucking jacketing people with rape allegations is cool. That's not cool.
Yeah. Well, at least you came to your senses. But I mean, that's insane. How I. So I guess in a sense that they're fucking just. I don't know what the word is. They're befuddled by me. They're. I'm not. I don't give a fuck what they are, but they're befuddled or they're.
The Gorgeous George show is their real life entertainment, and you are the star.
I'm not wanting them, but they have no affiliation to it. It has nothing to do with them. You understand what I'm saying? It has not a damn thing to do with them.
Oh, that I know, but to them, your real life is the Gorgeous George Store show, and they are all part of it, and you are the star. The day that you decided to file that lawsuit was the day your life became essentially forfeit and in the hands of one Martin Holmgren.
No, that lawsuit was legitimate because they were trying to fuck with my shit. That lawsuit
they were just criticizing you, and you got mad.
No, they were trying to ingrain their time with and try to tie in with what they do with what I do, and that was and I fought back. I fought back because I'm not the person. I'm that kind of person that doesn't get bullied, and I'm not going to get bullied on my shit. So that's simple. And I had a faggot. I had a faggot that was, that was in love with them, and played both sides as a double agent. So I'm wondering if that. What's that?
Sean Brennan.
I'm talking about Saunders.
Saunders. And I visited his chambers a time or two.
You what?
I visited his chambers a time or two.
Oh, you met Saunders?
Yeah, I dropped off a payment from Henry a time or two.
Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. Let's back up a second. So you paid Saunders?
Yeah, through Henry.
That's fucked up. How much is it really of Henry and not Martin Holmgren? How much of that money is coming from Henry and not Holmgren?
Well, it's coming from Holmgren. Henry is just boots on the ground. Henry is the operation leader for the Richmond division.
Uh-huh. That's that. You see how fucked up.
I told you to be careful, man. One day that man will sneak up on you with a fucking Bowie knife in his teeth, and paint with his face painted. And it's gonna be war.
Okay, and that's supposed to impress me.
I'm just saying, he's gonna fucking sneak up on your ass one day.
Yeah, and I've got a fucking I got a fucking cobalt hammer that will go upside his skull.
He wants you in close quarters, close proximity.
I got a cobalt hammer to go upside his skull and make him go rap a tap tap, and have the blood gush out.
For his old age, he be training like a maniac, which is one.
I don't give a damn what he is. His Halloween mask is over a Halloween costume.
What are you being for Halloween this year, G?
His Halloween mask is being sold over there at the Halloween costume place there. Only difference is with a sledgehammer, his skull drips out with blood, and and his teeth become red. Yeah.
Well, I thought you had to go to bed, GG. What's going on?
No, I gotta go to bed. I got fucking shit I gotta do, but I'm sick of this. But you're telling me shit that is blowing my mind. You came here because of me. That doesn't that would be you. Isn't that kind of fucked up? You now after looking at it, is that just kind of fucked up a little bit?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You came here because of some man you didn't even know being fucked with.
Well, I was just watching from afar.
Yeah.
6 hours a day, $5,000 or $6,000 a week. 5 days a week.
So this meeting was this meeting that you had your idea, or did Holmgren actually say, we can ease up or whatever? What?
That was my idea.
It was your idea.
Yes, because I didn't think you did that to that woman.
And then what did Holmgren say to that?
I told you what he said.
Time. Well, he said that he was willing to put it into it.
Yeah, he was. But I think that was bullshit. I think he hates you. I think he when he showed me the observatory that he built to put you in, that's when I knew it was an obsession for him. Like he wants you to be a caged animal.
All of it.
Yeah, he knows about you. Yeah, he does. He wants you to be a caged animal. Screaming and begging for him to release you. Or
Well,
I'm sorry.
That right there will never happen as well. That will never happen as well. Because the guy's too damn chicken to even show his face down here in the States. Too damn chicken to even show his face in the States. And then Stoker was ready to back off, and then he threatened Stoker.
Yeah. I mean, when the guy's got a piss hole above the observatory to piss on you, that's insane. That's crazy talk. That's crazy.
So Stoker was ready after I put the fear in God, because if you remember, I put the fear in God in Stoker.
They were just fucking with you. Even Stoker said that.
What's that?
They were even just fucking with you. Even Stoker admitted that.
You didn't have the fear in God to back the fuck off.
No, he wasn't afraid. That was all a fucking troll. He even admitted it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he even admitted it. He was talking about it last week when he was talking about how he had you on the phone and shit.
Okay.
They don't fear you, GG. They just want to point and laugh and make fun of you.
Well, when he wonders why CPS has been called and wonder why his social has been dropped as well, then
You better stop doing that. You better stop calling CPS on that, man.
No, I don't need to stop doing a goddamn thing. If CPS is being called on him, it's for a good reason. And if his social is being dropped also, it's for a good reason as well. Because of what he's done. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
Keep calling, making false reports on CPS. They're going to arrest you.
No, I'm making a false. We got to go over this again? That kid was being exposed to shit. That's child abuse.
Okay. All right, GG.
You think? No, come on. Now, hold on. You think that it's a walk in the park?
I think that if you keep calling them and lying, they're gonna arrest your ass.
They're gonna arrest me because that kid is being exposed to child abuse. He's been exposed to that shit.
He's not being abused. That's not abuse.
Yeah, well, I don't give a damn. That kid should not be exposed to that.
That's like showing a kid an R-rated movie. It's not.
That should not be. That kid should not be exposed to that. That's
Well, that's rules, and that's his decision as a parent.
Well, no, but then let CPS determine that then.
It's not their business. It's not the government's
business. No,
it
is their business. When there is a question of whether that child is being raised properly and that child is being exposed to pornographic shit, or that child is being
shit. What are you talking about?
He's probably being exposed to pornographic shit. I'm sure he looks at porn.
How do you know that?
I bank on it.
What? How are you gonna make it such a wild
And then
statement?
if that child is being exposed to that, okay. And then the child's being exposed to you
Get
know,
in there, GG.
being taught words of hate and and being taught of how to, attack somebody. No, that child is being groomed.
Get in
That
there,
child is being groomed to be a fucking troll. That's child abuse.
Get in there, GG.
Well, I'm there. It's child fucking abuse. You
Right.
can't see that?
No, it's not a child abuse. I don't like the government
It
being
is.
involved in
It is child abuse. And, TPS can determine that.
I forgot you're on the
TPS
left.
can determine that
I forgot
with their
you're
own
on the
eyes.
left.
And they thought that basically that they were. It was. They obviously thought after seeing the material that it was. And they paid him a visit. They paid him a couple visits because they were concerned about what was going on, as well as they should be. That man should not have that child. That man should not even have a child. Should be around him.
GG, I keep forgetting that you're a Biden liberal. I keep forgetting that. I mean,
I am a, whatever the case might be, what I am. It's crystal clear.
Trump 2024.
It's crystal clear. You think? I don't think so, bud.
Let's go, Trump.
You think?
I don't fucking care. To be quite honest with you,
Biden's going to win. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go down.
Okay, what's going to
happen?
happen,
Trump is going to lose the Republican nominee to Chris Christie. Chris Christie is going to be the Republican nominee. You laugh at me, don't you? You laugh at me, don't you? Chris Christie will be the Republican nominee. Trump will be the independent. Therefore, therefore, Trump will be taking votes away from Christie, and Biden will win because of that.
Chris Christie, huh?
That's correct.
You don't know shit about politics.
I don't know shit about politics. How come he's leading in the polls? He's leading in the polls now, and he's gaining up momentum in the polls.
How many months are we away from the general election?
Well, it's a work in progress, but he is gaining up momentum.
Okay, Chris Christie.
That's correct.
You know what, GG? I'm going to make a bet that, Saunders couldn't make. I'm going to bet you $500 that Chris Christie is not the Republican nominee.
Well,
500. Put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, you talk a lot of shit, don't you?
Yeah.
It won't be Trump.
I'm not saying it's going to be Trump. I'm telling you, I am betting you $500 that it will not be Chris Christie.
I'll bet you $250 that it won't be Trump.
That doesn't make sense. I'm not saying it's going to be Trump.
Oh.
I'm saying it's not going to be Chris Christie.
Well, who's it going to be? Casper the Friendly Ghost?
No, probably either Nikki Haley.
Who?
Nikki Haley.
Not going to be a woman.
Or had to guess, DeSantis he's fucking done.
It's not going to be a woman. Say that right now.
It's going to be Nikki Haley or Vivek. What do you mean it's not going to be
Prozac?
a woman?
Wait, Prozac?
Vivek.
What the hell is that?
The Vivek, the Indian guy?
Oh, get out of Dodge, man.
Might gonna be Donald Trump. Oh,
you're
Trump.
smoking some crack.
So make the bet. Is it gonna be Chris Christie? They're gonna be the nominee. How about $250? I'll save your pockets. $250. Chris Christie will not be the nominee.
Well, it doesn't matter because Biden's going to get a second term anyway.
I ain't talking about that. Let's focus on the bet.
Oh, you're not going to talk about that?
$250. How about
$250? Biden's going to get a second term, so let's add that in there.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's fine. How about $250? Chris Christie won't be the nominee. Yeah, you full of shit. That's why you ain't gonna take the bet.
Well, no, I think that Chris Christie is the case because no. This somebody else might emerge. The point I'm making, Chris Christie would be a viable candidate right now, but the point I'm making, it will not be Trump. It will not be Trump in getting that nominee. So I'm thinking Christie because Christie is the one that's actually punching back.
Yeah.
That's why I say Christie.
Oh, Christie.
But I'll take. I give me a few weeks, and I'll probably end up taking that bet.
All right, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna let you get some sleep, GG. I'm gonna go, finally eat dinner, and yeah.
Go eat
Like I
dinner
said,
and do some weed, right?
no weed. I'm gonna get to bed because I gotta wake up early for work. So
You're not gonna do any weed.
no, that's only on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not Saunders.
You don't put milk in the weed bowl.
Nah, I'm too fucking grown to be fucking doing bongs and bowls and shit.
Well, I mean bongs and bowls of milk.
Yeah, milk was good. We used to do that back in the day. Yeah.
It gets bongs and bowls of weed and milk. So the weed would be like the wheat thins, that you eat in the milk, and you get it, some sugar on top. Okay.
That was a shitty joke, GG.
No, I think it's pretty goddamn funny.
It wasn't funny at all. It was pretty
I
stupid.
think it's funny. You get some milk and some weed, some sugar on top. Yeah,
Some Wheaties, huh? Yeah,
yeah, some wheat thins, some weed. Yeah, put a little grass in there too. That's good shit. All right,
ah.
all right, dude. I'm gonna go.
All right, have a good night. I'll talk to you, like I said, maybe Friday or Saturday sometime.
I don't know. Okay, that's fine. All right, bye.
Bye.